Out on our morning wonder. There's a verse in Ecclesiastes 11. He who watches the wind will not sow, and he who looks at the clouds will not reap. It's a very intriguing little proverb or little piece of wisdom. We're coming to the end of the blackberry season. There's not many left. If you've been waiting for the perfect day and the perfect time, it won't really have come this season very often. And if you've been waiting for it to dry up, you may be waiting quite a long time, and the clouds are now very grey. What impresses me with nature is its decisiveness. This is the season now to sow seeds. So here's a little oak tree, and it's ready to send its seeds out and ready to start preparing for the winter. And it's decisive, it's making a decision. And we're starting to see some of the other trees begin to make decisions for winter, and some of the colours starting to change on the other trees. But that little proverb picks up on a human issue. I remember working on dairy farms that when it came to cut the grass to bring it in for winter food, you always had some men who were a little bit too early, and you had some men who were a little bit too late, and they were always watching the clouds. And if your disposition was to be very cautious and nervous, you would wait too long, and if your disposition was to be very bold, you'd go in far too early. And that's true in human life as well, with people, and that's what that little piece of wisdom picks up on. And the sower is waiting, and he's watching the wind to see if the ground's going to dry up, be dried up by the wind, and it'll be too dry to sow, and then he can't decide, will I sow, will I not sow? And then there's a man at the other end of the season. Is it time to reap the harvest? Have I to wait another day? Looking at the clouds, is it going to rain and spoil my harvest? And that's like us human beings. Some of us by nature are too bold, and we make decisions far too fast, and some by nature are too timid, and we make decisions far too slow. But here's the law of the harvest. If you want to harvest, you're going to have to make the right decision in good time. And God wants us to make a decision, and He gives us enough evidence in our lives to make decisions. We're not to be too rash, and we're not to be too timid. And that means that we need to take some guidance and some help. And that's why God has given us His Word. And in the Bible, He gives us wisdom so that we can make the right decisions at the right time. We're not left alone. And if we're to have any kind of harvest in this world, if our lives are to be of any worth at all, then we need to keep reading the Bible and keep making decisions based upon its wisdom, not upon our disposition and not upon our view of the world. I pray that today God will help you to make the right decisions at the right time so that you can have a good harvest from your life. Well, from me and my little friend, who's never short of an idea as to what the right time is. He always thinks it's the right time to go outside and have a little walk, don't you? And you never think it's the right time to come into the house, do you? No. Have a good day. Bless you, keep you. May God cause His face to shine upon you and give you peace.